Hello everyone out there, my name is Justin and today in this video I'm going to be talking to you guys about an X-Men comic I recently picked up. Um, I used to read the X-Men comics back in the 1980s. Of course it was the early 80s. I read the 70s comics, the 80s comics, and then I kind of fell out with reading comics. I just recently started picking them up and I thought I would just start sharing my um, views of the X-Men comics as I read them on this site. So definitely stay tuned for more X-Men comics as I pick up different genres. There, of course, have several different, off stories and stuff like that for the X-Men characters. So as I pick up X-Men comics, I will be doing reviews on them. So I hope you guys enjoy those. Today I'm going to start off with the X-Men and the Micronauts. This comic here. This comic I just happened to stumble upon at my comic book store that's near me, and they were selling them in a package of four, 1 through 4 of this limited series. So I thought, I'll start off there, pick up those, and then I'll branch off reading other X-Men comics from that point. This may not necessarily be the greatest point to start off with, but at least it's me getting back into reading X-Men comics again. So this is number one, back when comics were 60 cents. In 1983, it was made by Butch Gucci and Bob Wajak. I'm probably pronouncing those names wrong. I do apologize. So there's a front. On the back, you have a really cool Popeye Atari game, just to show how old this comic is. Inside, you have another ad for Atari. This comic I found very interesting. You do, of course, have the main X-Men characters. You have Storm, you have Nightcrawler, Wolverine, and I forget what the other guy's name. Cyclops. He's the one that was in the new Deadpool movies. Like I said, I'm probably going to pronounce these people's names wrong for the first couple of videos, and I do apologize. But if you guys want to correct me, that would be greatly appreciated. In this comic book, basically, there is a disruption in one of the solar systems, and the Micronauts pretty much head out to help to stop this situation from happening. They end up teaming up with, I'm just going to briefly show you guys. So there's a picture of the Micronauts there. They end up teaming up with someone that's been sort of like an arch rival of theirs for a while, and they have to try and solve what's going on. They don't know exactly why they're being attacked, and they pretty much want to, try and figure that out. Here's a guy that they've teamed up with, and it says here, and then it's time to expose our unknown enemy Micronauts and test the strength of our alliance. So he's teaming up with the Micronauts to battle off this evil force that's taking place, and it ends up coming to Earth, and it ends up attacking. Just more on them battling the weird, sort of like a ghost creature. So here you get to the X-Men. Xavier's teaching new recruits, and you have Nightcrawler and Storm outside. Nightcrawler's juggling, and Xavier's reading this girl's thoughts. It's weird because he's actually sending her a text message on a computer screen back in 1983. But this force ends up attacking the new recruits, and basically it comes down to them saying, where are the X-Men when you need them? The X-Men finally show up, and, Nightcrawler's trying to get Xavier out because Xavier's been injured and tries to get him to safety. And you have Storm pretty much fighting off this villain with Colossus. And you have Wolverine trying to attack him, but Wolverine's powers aren't really working. His blades aren't really working on this force. So Wolverine pretty much gets injured, and Storm takes over from there. And this force kind of leaves, and the X-Men are sort of like, what's going on? What happened here? They're trying to figure out what's going on. The force kind of transported itself into one of the new girls. And at this point, towards the end of the comic, they're just checking to make sure the girl's okay. But at the same time, they know that she's been kind of, she was abducted by this creature, and they think something's mentally wrong with her. So they got to check her over. But overall, a great start to these comics. I do enjoy looking back at these comics as well, just for the fact that they show ads like Bubble Yum. I miss Bubble Yum. Stuff like that. Of course, all the Atari games. What else was there? There was one other thing that I showed you guys briefly as I was going through. It was a tour. One second. This Chris Star thing was sort of like He-Man, and I had these back in the day. I didn't remember these until I actually saw this ad. I was like, wow, that's kind of like a flashback there. But overall, like I said, a great comic book to start off my comic book collection. So I want to get your guys' take. If you guys have read this, let me know what you guys think about it. What you guys think about the continuation of these comic books. If you have some suggestions for me to read X-Men comics, which ones for me to read, leave comments below on those as well. And I will eventually have a social media set up for this YouTube page. I'll have a Twitter and an Instagram. So when I set those up, I'll let you guys know about those. And that's it for now, guys. You guys have an amazing day, and thank you for watching these videos.